Hello everyone, Lucoshi here, and welcome on this Halloween evening where we are looking at my Titanoboa exhibit. I know, it's been a long wait, but here it finally is. My favorite animal, of course, but also my biggest fear. Extinct animals in Tycoon 2 and their exhibits, yes, my biggest fear. I've been joking about the Titanoboa exhibit a lot with friends. And I thought, why not do one for Halloween, right? It's fitting, I found. So here we go. And the funny thing is, I kinda like it. It's very different from what I normally do, because it's very fantasy-y. Like, the Epoch Genk is not the most realistic thing ever, but this is just dumb. But still, I like it. It's kinda cool. It's been a long while since I've done some really fantasy kind of stuff. I don't think I ever really have done it. But I kind of like it. It gives more of a theme park kind of feel than a zoo feel. Which is cool. And you'll see why in a minute. I'm building all kinds of ruins and stuff because atmosphere was the most important thing for this build. And kind of playing with scale, which you will see at the end. But yeah, rock work is important in this video, as you will soon find out. And placing rock work very precisely on elevated paths was also very important and extremely annoying to do. Because we all know and love the elevated path system in Tycoon 2. It's absolutely horrendous. But apparently, thanks to a draft bomb, I now know how to correctly work with them. If you just lower the visibility of elevated paths to the lowest point where you don't see them at all, and then place the paths, they don't mess up the ground beneath it, which they normally do if you just place a very low path. Then they mess up the entire ground underneath it, and it is extremely annoying. But if you do it in this way, they don't, which is really cool. So I use that a lot, and if you haven't figured out by now, the stones are kinda mimicking a snake. No, it's not a Titanoboa, but it's just scenery. I thought it would be cool to have a gigantic stone snake in the background of the exhibit. So I built one. And it isn't exactly what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a bit bigger and more realistic looking, but I couldn't really get it much better than this. Giving it eyes made out of other stones made it kind of comically looking and cartoony. That's not what I wanted. I still kind of want a imposing snake statue at the back of the exhibit. We have two viewing platforms, one raised and one underwater, which is also the first time in a long while I've done an underwater viewing point, so that was fun and tedious. But yeah. Now, obviously, the roofs I put over these viewing platforms are kind of to be like, ooh, now the snake can't get to us, but like it's a 13-meter snake, it can probably get anywhere. Same for the rocks around it. It could probably just slither on out of here, but yeah, it's fantasy stuff. Who cares? It's in here. There's a force field around it. It won't get out. It might seem kind of small, but as you can kind of see underneath the tail of the snake, well, I guess the entire snake is one big tail, but you know what I mean. I have made a passage through the rocks, which presumably goes to kind of a cave kind of thing, an indoor part for the snake, so it's as big as your imagination wants it to be. You know, I don't ever actually build the backstage stuff, do I? I always am just like, well, sure, it's over there. I mostly care about the guest perspective, which especially in this build was important, because it's just this exhibit and there is no way out. But screw it. I guess you get here by helicopter or something. Or you wake up here in the middle of the night, you're suddenly here forever. Who knows, it's Halloween, use your imagination. But yes, as for scenic purposes they also made this, what should I call it, a ravine kind of thing? With the forest, just to give a very big and lost kind of atmosphere. A bit hopeless. Just like my channel. Yeah, I like the ruins. I really like the ruins. Because I also offset them a lot with the elevation tool and stuff to not have straight lines, because they are just square objects, but with slight bumps and ditches in the terrain underneath them, you can still make really cool and interesting looking shapes. And I like them. I really like it. It looks pretty cool, if you ask me. But that's pretty much it for this build, actually. I hope you enjoy it, as it's something different. Do tell me if you enjoy it and if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, because I would like to try it. But now we'll end the video with what all good Titanoboa videos have, and that is a simple, speechless walkthrough.